सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिदेवासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री वेदव्यास सद्गुरवे नमः। ओम श्री विदुर सद्गुरवे नमः. It's a beautiful text, Vidura Neethi Mahabharatam. In fact, it's to be thoroughly researched and studied. When it is done so, we'll get a correct, complete, authentic, comprehensive understanding about ourselves, our equipments, and our behavior outside, so that we perform better for our better results. Without such study of Vidura Neethi or Yaksha Prashna and all, we take our wrong knowledge only as right knowledge. And we keep on following that wrong knowledge and suffer by getting the wrong results. Wonderful. So yesterday we saw these two mantras in chapter 2. Chakshusha manasa vacha karmana cha chaturvidham prasadeti yolokam tam lokanu prasidati. The one who is pleasing the subjects or the subordinates with eyes, with mind, with vani, and with action. When he is in that way pleasing to them, they also reciprocate, and the life becomes so beautiful. So look with a kind, compassionate eyes. Always in the mind, pray and conceive ideas for the welfare, well-being, prosperity of everyone. And with the words, mouth, there should be only words of love, words of encouragement, words of compassion, words of forgiveness, etc. And through the karma, genuinely show your genuinity in taking care of them. In this way, when the Raja is like, Raja will smell it. Such a great Raja. They don't want to lose him. Oh, to itne wo fida ho jayenge us Raja pe. So be the king like that. So to a Raja for the house is the father of the family. A Raja in the company is the manager or MD. Everywhere it's applicable. So Chakshusha, Vacha, Kaya, Manasa. What we have to do, sir? Prasadayati lokam. We have to make the people prasanna. That common sense also, if you don't have, out of our selfishness or arrogance or habit or the nature of reaction, we disturb them with our speech, with our looks, with our actions, so too in the mind. Then slowly the people start hating him and they do impeachment something. फिर गया आपका post. हमेशा राजा को ऐसा होना चाहिए. सेम वे यस्मात् त्रस्यन्ति भूतानि मृगव्याधान् मृगा इव सागरान्तामपि महिं लब्ध्वा न स परिहीयते. Means what? He might have got the kingdom of the entire earth surrounded by all four oceans. Yet, if he is creating fear in the people's mind, like the lion or tiger in the deers, his name and fame won't last longer. Position, power also chala jayega. In the history, he'll be only the bad books, not in the good books. In the list of terrorists only, he'll be there. The one who's frightening. On the other side, it should be loving inspiration for the people, not the fear the Raja should create. And how the Raja creates fear? By being a Rakshasa, by collecting a lot of taxes, by not providing facilities, and if at all they do any agitation or dharna or any demand, putting them behind bars and troubling them and putting them in all cases and punishing them. ये सब हर एक देश में हो रहा है कि नहीं? And that is a very bad period patch of that nation. If a Raja is very cruel, we had many kings of that sort coming from other countries and occupying our nation and ruling it. Rakshas log the wo log. So simple thing is what? Never become like a lion or tiger to the deers of the praja. Don't frighten them. Love them, encourage them, inspire them. दो चार होते हैं नालायक, उनको पिटाई करो, अलग बात. But in general, never become such a terrible fellow to create trasa. Even at home, father did not create fear. He can create self-respect and confidence. The child should have the respect and confidence towards you, faith, not the fear. Fear 10% होना चाहिए, but 90% my father is great, he guides me, takes care of me, so it's my duty to be disciplined and surrender to him and obedient to. ऐसे बच्चों को create कराना. You have to study for that the books. You have to prepare yourself, you have to execute your plans, then it will happen. Now, Pitrupaitamaham Rajyam Praptvan Svena Karmana Vairabhramivasadya Brahmshati Anestitaha. So, Pitrupaitamaham Rajyam Praptvan. Anyone who has got the kingdom from the hierarchy as a one here, HA, legal here. Yet, Svena Karmana Anayestitaha. If he is in the life of the ana means sin, if he is ruling the kingdom with all the sin, corruption, etc., vairabham iva asa adya bramsheti. Like a good cloud about to rain, the winds have come and pushed those clouds. In the same way, a person who got the kingdom from his parampara, if he is ruling the kingdom with all the dishonesty and corruption, that kingdom goes away like the clouds without raining go away because of the winds. There are two things. With your own honesty, you should become so famous that the kingdom should be given to you. Is it not? You become the king of Maharaj because you look to be so great. One extreme is this. Other extreme is what? Fokat mein Rajya mila because you belong to that kingdom. But you are so corrupt and dishonest and non-performing that the people have kicked you out of that kingdom. You lost it. Therefore, he is telling the Yudhishthira, मिल रहा धृतराष्ट्र को मिल रहा है तो ये पाप क्यों कर रहे हो तुम धर्म युधिष्ठिर आदियों को हिंसा करने वाला. That's the hint we have to catch from it. Now, धर्मम आचरतो राज्ञः सद्भिश्चरितम् आदितः वसुधा वसु संपूर्णा वर्धते भूतिवर्धिनी वर्धनी. So these are all very sublime slokas. So these are things we have to believe. They are test for our belief and faith. Simple sentence. What is it says? Rajnyaha dharmamacharataha sadbihi charitam aditaha. Right from the beginning, if the Raja is following dharma and the character of the real saintly or noble people, doing dharma for others and behaving himself noble, in that Raja's Rajya, Vasudha Vasu Sampurna Vardate Bhuti Vardhani, entire Bhumata will become so happy that she will give out all the aushadis, means the food grains, etc. It will give out all the required water for sustenance. It also gives all these minerals, khanija, with which you can do everything. भूमाता पुलकित होकर सब अपने आप ही उगलेगी. Like, in that Rama's Karyam, Rajyam, when he was Rama, making, it was said ki, again and again the ocean itself used to throw the jewels and diamonds from its own garbha out of its love because Rama is so great. Raja Pruthus life is the earth was yielding everything in abundance because she was so happy to have Pruthu as a king who is an avatar of Bhagwan, one of the 24 avatars. So the one who got the Pitrupaita Maharaja but ruling with corruption, dishonesty, he will be dethroned. And the other one who is following the nobility of the elders and following the dharma in ruling the kingdom, Praja will anyway happy. Even the Jada looking Bhumi also yields all sampada for such king. And it is very true. It's like at home also. If the person who is taking care of that plant is very noble, honest, wonderful, the plant gives good leaves, good winds, good oxygen, good flowers, good fruits. Uttana intimate can be the relation with our nobility to the things around that they reciprocate. भूमि भी उसका ऑपोजिट क्या है? If the raja is not that way honest and all ignobility है तो पृथ्वी भी सारे अपने संपदा को छुपा लेती है. This we have seen recently in one of the texts. The Pumata has taken and hidden all our sampada because these are the Rakshasas. I should not sustain them by providing them with all the wealth or the food in this way. Now, next one. अथ संत्यजतो धर्मम अधर्मम चानुतिष्ठतः प्रतिसंवेष्टिते भूमिः अग्नौ चरमाहितं यथा. See, same thing, contrast wala. Bhumi lavishly gives everything to a king who is a dharmika as well as following the charitra of the Satpurusha. Opposite kya hai? He dharmam santyajataha adharmam anutishtataha. If he has given up the dharma and following the dharma, bhumi prati samveshtvate, then Bhumi Mata gets folded, not to give anything. Just like Agnav Charma Hitam Yatha. In those days, it was the example of Charma, now it's the example of plastic. When you expose the plastic to some heat, वो धीरे धीरे अपने आप को मुरझ जाता है. Skin also है चर्मा. We expose to the heat, no, it slowly gets folded and molded. So too, the Bhumata gets folded and molded without giving any yield. If the Raja gave up dharma and following adharma, other Raja, she opens up and lavishly gives. So here includes Bhumata, all the Prakriti, the Devatas and the Prakriti, the Praja. All their giving depends on how noble, how sincere I am. If I am dharmic and honest and nobility, then everything in the Prakriti, in the everything world, they support me. That's the essence of this mantra. Then ye eva yattah kriyate pararashtra vimardane sa eva yattah kartavyah sarashtra paripalane. Abba, इतना बढ़िया ये श्लोक है. टेल यू इसका application is very wide range. I'll tell the literal meaning and homework is left to you. He says, "Ya eva yatna kriyate pararashtra vimardane." Whatever the effort you are putting to destroy other kingdom, the enemy's kingdom, you are putting all the efforts to destroy the enemy's kingdom. See that Russia wala, China wala, Pakistan. These are the Bewakoof number ones. Fit example for this. Whatever the wealth you are wasting in destroying other countries, then Saeva Yatna Kartavya Swarashtra Varipalane. Use all those resources and efforts for ruling and developing your own nation. Is it not? It's a huge thing. It is applicable everywhere. Wherever, out of competitive mind, out of jealousy, we are misusing our resources to destroy the others whom we take as enemy or opponent. For everywhere, this is applicable. So, one business wala destroying other, one company destroying other, states, one state troubling the other, one organization troubling the other, or even to employees, one fellow is troubling other by sab karke. Waste of resources. It's like in Pakistan, the amount spent on terrorism. If they use it for their own population, कुछ लोगों का तो भूख मिटता है ना. No, the Russia, thousands of tanks, thousands of Sainikas died along with hundreds and thousands of the things. If you had used all of that for development of its own Russia, how beautiful it would have been. Is it not? It is all in between two religions. This religion try to destroy. Instead of that, apna karo na. So to a sadhaka, instead of pulling other fellow leg down, you invest all that effort, energy in doing your own sadhana. So to finally, don't waste your time, money, energy in blaming others, troubling others, pulling down others. All those resources used for your own growth. A step more greater than this is said by Gurudev when he says, he build a strong foundation with the bricks that others throw at you. This will be our evening class again in Bhagavata Bhikshu Gita. It is not that we are wasting our resources to destroy others. Rather, when others are throwing bricks to us to destroy us, those bricks we are using to make a strong foundation for our own growth. Make a strong foundation with the bricks that others throw at you. What an intelligent thought. People go on throwing the bricks of insult, humiliation. Usse apna foundation strong banao. Not using your bricks to throw so that you are left with no building. अपने bricks अपने लिए building बनाने के लिए होना चाहिए. So, ya eva yatnah kriyate pararashtra vimardane means suppressing, destroying and all. Sa eva yatnah kartavyah swarashtra paripalane. So if you want to destroy the wealth of the other nation, develop your wealth instead of that. If you want to destroy the education system or all the medical there, you help to growth of the wealth and education in your own nation. In that way. उस प्रजा का मारना चाहते हो, इंस्टेड ऑफ योर प्रजा का रक्षा करो. इस तरह से है. देन धर्मेण राज्यम विंदेता धर्मेण परिपालयेत् धर्म मूलाम श्रियं प्राप्य न जहाति न हीयते. Beautiful. Dharmena Rajan Vinyata. Gain the kingdom with righteousness. Dharmena Paripalayat, and rule the kingdom righteously. Dharma Moolam Prapya Shriyam. Then you will get all the wealth, name and fame, happiness which is root of the dharma. Such one na jahati nahiyate, neither leaves you nor gets decreased. ऐसी संपदा नाम खुशियां आनंद न घटेंगे न खत्म होएंगे। वो वाले संपदा आनंद जो आप धर्म से पाए हो, तो राज्य का पाना धर्म से, राज्य का पालना करना धर्म से, उससे मिलने वाले खुशियां आनंद घटेंगे नहीं, खत्म नहीं होंगे। Therefore, have a permanent, everlasting, good quantity of happiness, being a king by earning the kingdom righteously and ruling it also righteously. In this way, so many beautiful thoughts today. In 10-15 minutes, we have seen 6-7 mantras. And then you can contemplate on them as much as you have time. Today we'll conclude here. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Ha, my dear